What's going on, YouTube? It's James Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and it's the WCW GT, the Windy City Wargaming GT. Now, if you guys don't know what WCW is, it's a massive GT in Chicago, in Schaumburg, that is wrestling themed. So that, without further ado, here we go. Boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X is proud to present to you its Tag Team Champions of the World, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the Mr. Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. And if you ain't down with that, we have two words for you. Suck it! Alright, so, I had to throw that in there. And some of you are probably going to bitch, oh, I wish you didn't do that, blah, blah, blah. It hurts my ears. You always hurt my ears, James. Well, guess what, guys? Shut the fuck up. I hurt everybody's ears. You either watch it or you don't watch it. It doesn't matter. Hey, guys always bitch about something. Somebody bitched to me about the other day about the buzzing in the background. I don't know why it buzzes. It buzzed. I don't know. I didn't do it on purpose. Like, how can I annoy my viewers? Let me buzz right here. Bzz. Or how about this? How can I annoy my viewers? Let me make sure my brother texts me 5 times during the time I'm recording. Right now. Jesse, please text me this many times right now. I don't do this shit on purpose, guys. And for those of you who really want to know, the more you guys bitch about stuff like that, like the minute shit, the small shit, the more it's going to push me away from wanting to produce. Because then it's like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. If you guys really think about it, like if you guys want me to sit in a fucking little box, soundproof box, and not have anything going on in the background, that's just not going to happen. It's just not. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm just going off on rambling on this. Anyways, WCW GT is my last chance at version 1.1. So we did this tournament. It's a 2,500 point tournament. It was a great time. I'm just going to tell you right now, the whole fucking tournament was a great time. First round, I got paired off against Gary Luther. So Gary Luther is actually an Indianapolis kind of guy, or Indiana guy. I don't know if it's Indianapolis or not, but so he's a dwarf player. He also plays ogres. So without further ado, let's actually go into our army list. Right here, I got my whole army on display right here, and I'm just going to run through it really quick because this is the last time you guys are going to see it, so it really doesn't matter what equipment they have on them, unless you guys are still playing 1.1 wherever you're at. So right here, I got the Board Boys of the Boardpocalypse, 6 of them. They turn off magical items. I got the 6 Cave Trolls. I got 5 Wolf Riders. I got my Arachnarok Spider, or my Gargantuan Spider, excuse me, the Chicken Rock, and then I have King Koopa. King Koopa's a 1-up, 4-up, Goblin with a Obsidian Sword. I got the A-Rock down here. On top of the hill, I got my Wrestler, the Ultimate Orc Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior. Anyways, on the right, I have 37 Savage Orc Ed Bashers, big Stabadon. I got my BSB with the Great Weapon, and then I have on the other side of the hill, I got General Zod. Kneel before Zod. I have 2 Goblin Shamans hiding somewhere. I don't know where the fuck they are in this picture, and I have 20 Cave Goblins with short bows, 21 Cave Goblins with short bows. For magic spells, I got Curse of the Green Moon. I got Sneaky Stabbing, Evil Eye. I have Itching and Scratching. I don't think I have Itching and Scratching. I think I have something else. And then Fix It Up. I think it took 2 Evil Eyes. Anyways, as you can see, this is the room that we're in the hotel for WCW. And you can see Alex. Mike Hernandez has a sombrero on. And I also have a sombrero on. We got these for WCW specifically for Team Mexico. Oh, man. And you can see this is Gary Luther's army. I have some close-up pictures here coming around. There they are. So on the left side over here, he has 2 gyrocopters that are a skirmishing unit. He has a unit of I think 15, 16 handgunners. He has a catapult. He has a unit of hammerers. Inside that unit of hammerers, he has his general. And then he has, I'm going to keep scooting over a bit. He has a organ gun. He has a unit of iron breakers with the BSB and a runesmith in that unit. He has the Anvil of Doom, and then he has a unit of warriors with great weapons. As you can see, we kind of deployed his classic battle line. That big giant square in the middle, that is a wrestling ring. The wrestling ring is hold the center, hold the ground, right? So basically you have to have the more scoring units inside the wrestling ring at the end of the game to get your additional points, all right? So, as you can see, going to go back to this picture here of the deployment when I can find the damn picture. Maybe I didn't show. Yeah, it is right there. Okay. As you can see, I put my 2 spiders on the left on the hills. What I'm trying to do, originally he dropped everything first right away. He won the roll off. He's going to drop everything first, and I don't mind. He has everything about 24-inch range or slightly above. He could boost it with one of the engineers, but he was expecting me to go into the right, like bunker right, which would be a smart move to be honest, but the problem is that building is in the way, and I know I hate buildings. Buildings are always my fucking way. So I looked at it and I was like, do I really want to try to go on a right flank and just go all the way around to that hill, around the building, try to funnel in? Or do I just want to rush them straight forward? Now, the truth is, I have a very fast army. I have 2 spiders that are moving 7. I got Koopa that's moving 7, the Chariot that's moving 7, the frickin' Trolls moving 6, the Savages are moving 5. So everybody's kind of fast. The Boar Boys are 7. So I'm like, you know, if I could bum rush him, his strength of his gunshots are only strength 4, so he's going to be wounding me on 6s on the spiders. Plus, I got the Fix-It-Up spell, which is going to make him reroll 6s. So if I put the spiders on the left and just run up as fast as I can, I should be able to get in his face right away, and then worry about everything else and just push my center up. And I don't think he really expected that. I think he wanted me to go on the right and funnel. He did mention that, but anyways. So first off, I'm going to Vanguard up, and when I Vanguard up, I just throw the dogs up by the building, and I made them too wide so that way I could try to get into that war machine, into that organ gun on turn 1. But what I'm really trying to do is draw fire. If I draw fire to them, it leaves the rest of my shit alone. He has a lot of shooting. I mean, it is a dwarf list. Come on, guys. It's a dwarf list. Alright, so it's going to go at turn 1, Luther Dwarves, turn 1. As you can see, he moves up his gyrocopters. Now, we're playing that circle as ruins, and then the fields are fields, of course, and then the middle's just nothing. It's just an empty field. So basically, he's going to go ahead. He doesn't move up much. He just makes sure he got shit in range to shoot at, and that's basically all he does. He doesn't really move. So Magic gets 2 power dice. I lucked out right there. He goes ahead and he does both dice onto a 2d6 strength 4 hits onto my dogs. And I'm like, you know what? I could technically stop it, but I don't want to waste my Dispel Scroll that early and just go ahead. The dogs were there to take shots. So he goes in and shoots the dogs. He does 2 wounds to them. They panic. Those pussies run, and they run this way. These guys with the handguns, they're going to start shooting at my Boar Boys, and they actually kill 4 Boar Boys, and those 2, right next to the General, run away. But they don't run off the table. They run really close to the table. I did put him at 11 inches because I didn't want him to get shot right away, but he just moved up and shot anyways. And not only did that happen, but then the fucking he knew. I told him specifically this unit has the banner that turns off magical items. So he was like, shit, if I get that unit into his general's bunker, when I fight his general, it's gonna really limit his general. Not only that, take off his ward saves, but take off any D3 wounds he does, or any strength 10 shit he has, or whatever the fuck he had. I don't remember what he had. So I really needed to get that Boar Boy unit into his general's unit, and he knew that, and he blasted the fuck out of my boars. These guys have like steam guns, and they're gonna shoot at my freaking trolls, and they end up doing 1 wound. And then the organ gun shoots at Koopa, and it does like 10 fucking hits, 4 wounds, and I save 3 of them, and 1 gets through to Koopa. I don't have a picture here. And it's gonna go ahead and start off my turn. Shyhammer turn 1. Shyhammer turn 1. Whoo! Like I said, I just march up. Fuck the bullshit. Fuck everything. I'm marching. Everything marches up. I moved up 14, 7, 7, fucking 12, 10, everything. Everything that has max range. The Boar Boys do rally, which is great. I needed them to rally. And I'm just like, you know what? He can't really reach me. The good news about fighting dwarves is they have a shorter range than me. I can have easier charge distance than them to me. So my goal for Koopa right now is to get into the war machine. My goal for the spiders is to get into the freaking handguns and just start picking off units from the flanks. Yeah. So magic phase. I got 6 power dice. I go ahead and I do Curse of the Green Moon. Green Moon is one of the last times I can scream it, and he stops it. And then I go ahead and I do Fix It Up, and I just fail it outright, and it's going to start off his turn because I have no shooting. Turn 2, and that's one of the last pictures I have of that fanatic right there, by the way. Turn 2, Luther Dwarves, turn 2. Stop freaking messaging me, people. Alright. He moves his gyrocopters, no charges, obviously. He moves his gyrocopters in front of my trolls. He tried to spread them out so he could chaff both the trolls and the spider, and I'm like, dude, you can't do that. Like, they're supposed to be, the skirmishers, they're only supposed to be about a half an inch away from each other, so he basically just put it in front of the trolls. So, I don't know if he didn't see my general there or not. He was just so focused on making sure I don't charge the trolls in, and I was just like, whatever. I contemplated charging the spider in, making him take a panic check, but then if he passes his panic check, it's not really worth it. So I was just like, whatever. So he moves his gyros there. He goes ahead and he just basically angles his guys. He doesn't really move, he just angles. Alright, so Magic Phase, he got 10 power dice. Goes ahead and does a freaking this rune that makes me take dangerous terrains if I march. So I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to march with this unit. Go for it, knock yourself out, right? Or if I charge. I mean, it's a good spell. I'm just not going to do it, okay? So then what I'm really, he gives these guys like -1 to wound. And to be honest, I don't really care. My whole goal right now is to get into, make sure to stop his damaging spell. So he goes ahead and does 2d6 strength 4 ones. I stop it. He goes ahead and does the d6 strength 6 one. I stop it. And it's going to go ahead and start off Shooting Phase. Shooting Phase, the damn gyrocopters fucking shoot another wound into my trolls. The organ gun shoots at Koopa, and Koopa saves him again. Bink, bink, Koopa, you fat motherfucker, you. The catapult shoots at Koopa, gets a direct hit on Koopa. I was like, oh crap, if I don't save this. I was saving, we have a tournament reroll once per game. I'm going to save this just for Koopa, just make sure he doesn't die. Whew, he saved it, thank God. 50-50 chance Koopa's going to die right now. Oh man. He shoots all his handguns into the blue chicken rock, and he gets 3 wounds. And that's it. It's going to start off my turn 2. Whew, here we go. Charging in time. Charging the A-Rock into that unit. Now, I was originally going to just charge the A-Rock in alone. Because if I charge in alone and he fails terror, or I'm sorry, because what he's going to do is he doesn't want to stand and shoot the A-Rock. He wants to stand and shoot the chicken rock. Okay? So if I purposely avoid charging in the chicken rock and just charge the A-Rock, he's going to hold. He did. I charged with the A-Rock, he holds. And then I was like, oh, he's going to stand and shoot the chicken rock if I go in, so I could potentially just go in with the A-Rock and the A-Rock will fuck him up. But then there's always that chance I don't do enough wounds. I'll be steadfast or whatever. And not only that, he fucking goads me. He goads me by saying, oh, don't worry, if you were just going to charge one spider in, you're not going to do enough because I have a 5-up ward and charge, and I have this much armor, and I have blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, this guy's right, man. He's going to fucking fuck me up. And not only that, he'll get a side flank charge with his giant hammer unit if I fuck up. So I was like, all right. My voice cracked. So I'm like, fuck it. You goaded me. You got me, Luther. I'm going to charge in the fucking chicken rock. So he's going to stand and shoot, and he gets in a couple more wounds. And I was like, whatever. So I charge in my general into his gyrocopters. His gyrocopters flee because he's just like, shit, you're just going to fuck him up. So I was like, alright. So he flees, and he runs right in front of his general's unit. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Now, he was hoping I pushed him back even further, but I was like, there's no point in me to. If I do, he's not going to fall off the table. And I'm just going to fail charge with more guys. So I'm going to just use this opportunity to use his own chaff as chaffing him. And I'm just going to move up. So I go ahead and I get in with both spiders. Okay, I get in with Koopa. I charge Koopa into the organ gun. Boom! Like so. And then I just march up everybody else. The board boys, like I said, they rally. They're coming up. And I'm just going to hold that square. I mean, that square is basically worth 6 points. 3 points my way, minus 3 points his way. So I was just like, great. Magic Phase got 6 power dice. Go ahead and I do Gift of the Green Moon, or Curse of the Green Moon again. And he stops it. Oh, man. And then I go ahead and I do Fix It Up and I get it off. Whew. Alright, so I do fix it up. And, oh no, I get it off and he fucking uses his Dispel Scroll because he wants to kill my spiders. Over here, I'm going to shoot these guys because I can, because why not? And I shoot him at his freaking, at his gyros, and they do a wound on him, actually, which is fucking hilarious to me. And then over here, close combat, Koopa destroyed the fucking organ gun. He's gonna overrun into the freaking anvil, and he gets in like so. Boom! Oh my god, that's awesome, Koopa. Over here, this is awesome fucking photo. The chicken rock and the A-Rock, I made them zigzag. I made them crisscross past each other because if I don't break this unit, I want him to deal with the A-Rock, who is full wounds, versus the chicken rock, who's almost dead. Excuse me. So I get in, I do all the spider attacks, and they only do 2 wounds. He did ward save a shit ton, and I mean, he was making ward saves left and fucking right. Armor saves, ward saves, armor saves, ward saves, and I was like, shit. So I go ahead and I do the goblins on top. Goblins kill off 1 more guy. Holy fuck, man. Go ahead and do the thunder stomp. Thunder stomp only kills 1 more guy. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. So, of course, I got charged 4 wounds. He didn't do any wounds. He has a banner and a rank. So he's going to be steadfast on a 9, or, yeah, not 9, because his general's 10, but he's -1 because of fear. And he rolls it. And I was just like, oh, thank God. So he rolls it, and he rolls a 10. And he's just like, shit. And he's like, alright, BSB reroll. So he grabs the dice, he rolls them again, and he gets a 10 again. He fails. The freaking spiders destroy that unit. Gonna overrun with the chicken rock just cuz. And I'm gonna reform the A-Rock to face the flank of everybody, basically. So, you'll see the picture of the A-Rock in a minute. And the chicken rock runs them off the table. It's gonna start off his turn. Turn 3, Luther Dwarves. So, he rallies his fucking copters. Copters come in front of my savages, chaffing up my savages, chaffing up my trolls. Okay. He turns his Ironbreaker block around to face Koopa, and I'm like, oh shit, Koopa's in trouble. I'm gonna have to deal with this, right? And then, yeah, magic phase. He got 7 power dice. Goes ahead and he does some minus to hit and minus to wound spells onto the anvil. Now, in all fairness, I'm gonna let these go because we found out the anvil's D6 and 2d6 attacks are just damage. Hex. They're not direct damage. So basically, he could still fire it even though he's in close combat. I'm like, that makes sense. You know, you just fucking this fat goblin's chasing around the guys on the anvil, and then one of the guys has the hammer, and he just gongs it really fast, and then keeps running. You know what I mean? So I was just like, it makes sense, fluff-wise. All right. Over here, he starts shooting at my goblins, or at my trolls, excuse me, and he kills off, does 4 wounds, kills off 2 trolls. And then over here, close combat, Koopa does like 1 or 2 wounds onto it. He fails to wound Koopa. He loses, but he's unbreakable. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. I saw this. This was my secret weapon to save Koopa, and I didn't want to give it up until it was my turn. So I saw this coming in. The A-Rock can clear his freaking hammer block and get into the flank of his Iron Breakers. If he could do that, if the A-Rock can do that, I gotta hold him up for a turn. Either way, I'll have a charge, a big flank, and I'll do however many wounds, plus thunderstomps, right? So, excuse me, if I kill one guy, he loses one of his ranks anyways. So, regardless, I'll be able to, he'll have 2 wounds in two ranks in a banner, 2 banners. So I'll be able to do at least that and hold him first turn. And hopefully if he fails terror, that'd be awesome, but he didn't. So I get in, and BAM! Right there. Holy shit. I just saved Koopa's life. I don't know if it was worth it, because I think the spider's probably worth more. But, you know, if he sticks, he's going to go ahead and charge his hammer block in. But regardless of that, it gives me another turn to get everybody ready for a charge, right? So I go ahead and I charge the trolls into the gyrocopters that were chaffing. The savages just sit back. Zod moves up. The boar boys come on up too as well. And then the chicken rock rearranges himself so he could charge in next turn's magic phase. Got 6 power dice. Go ahead and I do Curse of the Green Moon, and it goes off this time. Shoots it. I shoot it in an angle where it hits the warriors, the Iron Breakers, and the anvil. Okay. It does about like 2 to 3 wounds on the warriors. It does like 2 wounds onto the Iron Breakers. Does nothing onto the anvil. And then I go ahead and I do sneaky stabbing, and I fail that one. Or he stops that one. Over here, close combat. Holy shit. She killed like 5 or 6 guys, roughly. He goes ahead and swings, can't do shit. And I win combat, but he passes his steadfast, and he's going to go ahead and just turn around facing me. Over here, close combat. I kill one of the freaking gyrocopters. The other gyrocopter lives. It's going to run, and it runs right in front of my damn savages. God damn it. And then over here, close combat, Koopa! Koopa kills the fucking anvil. Good job, Koopa. It's going to go ahead and start off turn 4, Luther Dwarves. Turn 4, Luther Dwarves. He charges in double charge here with his Iron Breakers, or his hammers and his dwarves, his great weapons. So he's going to get in, his warriors, excuse me. He's going to get in with both. It's a flank on the iron hammers. It's a flank because the angle he's in. So everybody gets in like so. Okay? Poor A-Rock is going to die, excuse me, at the cost of getting good positioning for everybody else. Magic Phase got 7 power dice. He goes ahead and he does -1 to hit on these guys, -1 to wound on these guys, and I really don't care. I mean, like, he could get these spells off, and it doesn't bother me because I'm not going to attack that unit. I just don't care. You could do that all you want. He's trying to keep that unit alive. I get it. Close combat. Close combat. He goes ahead and he swings with all the hammers. They rack up like 6 wounds. I forgot who I attacked. I think I attacked the hammers, to be honest, and I killed like 2 or 3 or whatever. But he goes ahead and he swings with everybody else, does another couple wounds, and then he goes ahead and finishes it off, I believe, with the BSB, who had a great weapon, and killed him off. Wow. I don't remember if I thunderstomped or not, though. That's weird. But yeah. Either way, he goes ahead. He goes ahead and he reforms his hammers to face the Chicken Rock. He goes ahead and reforms the Iron Breakers to face this way as well, and then he reforms the Warriors to face the Trolls. And it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 4. Taking a deep breath for this one because it's going to be a lot to explain in a second. So I'm charging in. I'm charging in with the Chicken Rock. I'm charging in with Zod. I'm charging in with the Boar Boys of the Boarpocalypse. I'm charging in with Koopa. I'm charging in with the Trolls, all into the Hammer unit. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. Mike Hernandez does this to me every time. We're talking strategy about games, and he goes ahead and he's like, you should just avoid that block. You should avoid that block. You should avoid that block. He always tells me this. And he tells it to me on units that are supposed to be like stubborn, unbreakable, have crazy defense, crazy armor, crazy ward saves, has a general, has whatever. And whenever Mike Hernandez tells me that, specifically that, I find it as a challenge. Like, I could do this. I could break this unit. So that's exactly what I thought when I saw this. I was like, I could break those guys. There's not that many of them. I'll fuck them up. So I'm going to go in. So I charge in with everything. I'm just like, that's what the Boarpocalypse is for. The Boarpocalypse is going to turn off his general shit, turn off on any extra. I think he had a Razor Banner on them too, but it didn't matter. I'm going to fuck these guys up, right? So I'm going to charge in with everybody, and everybody gets in. Everybody, boom, like so. Chicken Rock charged into that catapult that was in my way, and yeah. Magic Phase got 7 power dice. Go ahead and I do. Sorry, this picture right here is just to show you how everybody's moved up. All right, so I go ahead and I do Sneaky Stabbing. This is the important one, and he stops it. I go ahead and I do Fix It Up, and he lets that one goes through. So that one goes through. Let's go into Close Combat. Close Combat, I challenge with my general because I thought he was going to accept with his general. He accepts with the champ, of course. I'm going to go ahead and do Impact Hits, destroy that fucker, kill him. Okay. Close Combat with everybody else. I go ahead and I swing first because he has great weapons, except for his general. His general swings at my Boarpocalypse hoping to kill them, and he fucking whiffs. He fucking whiffs. I think he might have got 1 wound off, and I armor shaked it anyways, and he was just like, shit. So I go ahead and I swing with everybody, and he has 18 guys in that unit, 17 after the freaking champ died, and I killed all 17. Holy shit. I killed all 17. 4, 6, 7, 8, 10. It looks like 11, but whatever. I killed all 17 of them. He doesn't have bodyguard because I wiped the unit out. His general's going to run, and he runs through the A-Rock. He runs from the... It was my choice. I should have fucking done... I don't know why I didn't do it this way. I should have just forced him to run from the A-Rock, or the Chicken Rock that way. I don't know why I did that. Wow! I don't know why. Maybe in my brain I was thinking that Trolls were the only valid rank, but I wasn't thinking monster ranks. But I think anyways, I tried to just chase with the Boar Boys and I try to restrain the Trolls from chasing, and I restrain with Koopa, the Spider, and Zod on purpose because I want to just turn them around facing the enemy, right? Well, what ends up happening is the Trolls fail to restrain, and the Trolls and the Boar Boys go for his general. Okay. His general runs through the A-Rock. I think I was trying to get him off the table is what it was. And he passes. He gets close to the edge but doesn't get off the table. And he pops out the other side of the Chicken Rock. The Trolls, unfortunately, give up their flank. And it's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Dwarven holds turn 5. Charges the great weapons into my savages. And I'm like, bring it, man. I don't care. Like, that is not going to bother me whatsoever, man. Oh, man. And then he charges the gyrocopter in as well. He charges his guys here into my trolls, and I believe it's a flank, to be honest. And then, so he gets in here, gets in there. Magic Phase, he gets 7 power dice, goes ahead, he does the -1 hits and shit. And I'm just like, you know what? Dispel Scroll. And right around this time, Brian's like, 15 minutes! And I'm like, shit, seriously, 15 minutes? This will be done in like 15 more minutes, like 30 minutes. So I was just like, shit, or 5 minutes, I forgot what he was saying. So I was just like, fuck, man. So this combat over here happens, and this is also explaining to you right now why there's lack of pictures. There's a lack of pictures in all the tournament games usually because the games are really intense. I notice I don't take as many pictures on a tournament game as I would on a friendly game, but it's okay. So here he kills off one troll. The trolls fail to wound. I run this way. He fails to catch, leaving me open for flank charges and charges, but it doesn't really matter because the game's about over. Over here, close combat, his gyrocopter kills my shaman. I go ahead and he goes in and swings on my savages. He does like 4 wounds. I go ahead and I swing back and I do like 14 wounds. He's like, holy shit. So he had like charge, 6 wounds. That's like 7. I did, and then we evened out on ranks and banners and all that shit. But basically, what ends up happening is he ends up sticking. He rolls a really low number. It's exactly what he needed, and he sticks, and that was the end of the game. It was the top of 5, bottom of 5. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We rolled it just because we wanted to figure out what the points were gonna be. My trolls rallied, of course. His general rallied, and that's about it. I know for a fact I was gonna wipe that unit out, but the extra turn and a half made it go from a 20-0 for me down to a 16-4. So I still got a good start, got a good lead, but unfortunately I didn't finish this round, which basically cost me 4 points. That's not a great start on a tournament that I want to be able to do great on. So anyways, Gary's a great guy. Love playing against a new opponent. This is awesome that I got a game against him. Now, overall, let's go over MVP first. MVP, well, Savages didn't do much. They ended up killing the fucking the Warriors. They would have destroyed the Warriors. And they also pose a threat whenever they're on the table, which is great. Goblins didn't do shit, of course. Zod did okay. I mean, he killed a champ and also threatened his damn gyrocopter. His MVP are those fucking gyrocopters, man. Those gyrocopters are annoying as fuck. I mean, it's up to the Spider Boys. I mean, between the Spider Boys, you got Chicken Rock, A-Rock, and Koopa. They're the ones who did all the work in this game. I would have to give it to Koopa. Koopa charged in, killed an organ gun, an anvil, and then came around and helped kill his hammer unit. So Koopa definitely got a good chunk of points in this game, and definitely is going to take the tournament, or not the tournament, the round's MVP. Guys, as you can see, this is a bunch of the guys dressed up as wrestlers. It's hilarious, and you can see Brian as the referee. I love the referee costumes for the TOs, and then also all those wooden blocks there are for a giant game of giant Jenga. I'm not kidding. It's a giant game of giant Jenga they play. They played the night before. But anyways, guys, WCW is a great tournament to go to. It's one of the best in the Midwest. So if you guys can next year, just go out to it, man. It's an awesome tournament. It's a great time. Get to meet me there. And besides that, yeah, we're still looking for one Mexican player for Team Mexico. So if you guys know anybody of a Mexican ascendancy, that'd be awesome. Send them my way. We're looking for one more player for Team Mexico for Salamanca, Spain, etc. So they'll be going to Spain. They'll be playing Warhammer, or excuse me, Ninth Age in Spain. That's fucking awesome. It's fun. It's so much fun. And besides that, I have a Patreon set up, so if you guys are one of my supporters who actually like and love my channel and the content I put up, don't bitch me out on fucking YouTube comments. Actually show support by supporting me like $1 a month on Patreon. $1 doesn't seem like it's much, but it helps me out in the long term. So guys, anything helps, and I appreciate it, all those who have started supporting me already on Patreon. And then besides that, I am running the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet's going to be up in February 18th and 19th. More 9th Age fun. It's going to be 5,000 points, version 1.2. So guys, sign up for that. First come, first serve. The spots are already filling up, so just go ahead and start filling it. Come on in, and hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Next game, round 2, is going to be against Nick Creep. For those of you who know him on the 9th Age forums, and he's the guy who runs the Universal Battle Tournament. So I got a game 2 against him, and I'll see you guys then. Alright, take care, and peace.